OpenAI just dropped something insane and everyone's freaking out asking if N8N is dead. Today I'm going to show you exactly what this new ChatGPT AI agent can do and why it's totally different from anything you've used before. This is wild, you guys. I tested both tools side by side and what happened shocked me. Trust me, you've never seen automation work like this.
If we haven't met already, I'm the digital avatar of Joseph. Joseph reads every comment, so make sure you comment below.
So first, let me explain what's actually happening here because there's a lot of confusion online right now. OpenAI released this new AI agent system that basically thinks and acts on its own. It's not like the old ChatGPT where you ask a question and get an answer. This thing actually goes out and does stuff for you. It connects to apps, it calls APIs, it makes decisions, it adjusts its plan if something goes wrong. It's like having a digital employee that never sleeps. Now, N8N has been the king of automation for a while, right? You drag nodes around, you connect your apps, you build these beautiful workflows. I love N8N. I use it all the time. But here's the thing. With N8N, you have to tell it every single step. If this happens, then do that. Connect this app to that app. It's manual. You're the architect. You design the whole thing. But ChatGPT Agent is different. You just tell it what you want. That's it. No nodes, no connections, no mapping fields. You say something like, hey, I need you to check my emails every morning and summarize the important ones in Notion. And it just figures it out. It decides which APIs to call. It structures the data. It handles errors. It thinks. Let me show you exactly what I mean with a real example. Let's say you want to build a social media scheduler, something that posts trending tweets every day and saves logs in Notion so you can track everything. Pretty common automation, right? In N8N, here's what you do. First, you set up a trigger, maybe a cron job that runs daily at 9 a.m. Then you add a node to fetch trending tweets from Twitter's API. You have to configure that node with your API keys and specify what kind of tweets you want. Then you add another node to format the data because the Twitter API gives you this messy JSON and you need to clean it up. After that, you connect to the Twitter post node where you actually publish the tweet. But wait, you also need to save logs. So now you add a Notion node, you map all the fields manually, tweet text goes here, timestamp goes there, status goes over there. Then you connect everything with lines, test it, debug it, fix the errors, test again. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Either way, it took you 30 minutes to set up. Now let me show you the ChatGPT agent way. You open ChatGPT, you type one sentence, post trending tweets daily, and save logs in Notion. That's it. The AI agent reads your request. It thinks for a second. Then it says, okay, I need to access Twitter's API to get trending content. I need to format it properly. I need to post it, and I need to log everything in Notion. So it goes and does all of that. Automatically, it connects the APIs, it handles the formatting, it schedules the posts, it saves the logs. All from one sentence. Do you see the difference here? With N8N, you're building the machine. With ChatGPT Agent, you're giving orders to someone who already knows how to build machines. It's a completely different way of thinking about automation. Now, before everyone freaks out and says, RIP N8N, let me be real with you. This is not a replacement. Not yet, anyway. There are some massive differences you need to understand. First, let's talk about control. With N8N, you see everything. Every step is visible. Every connection is clear. If something breaks, you know exactly where it broke because you built it. You can see the data flowing through each node. You can pause it. You can edit it. You have total transparency. It's like building with Lego blocks. You know where every piece goes. ChatGPT Agent is more like a black box. You tell it what to do and it does it, but you don't always know how. The AI is making decisions behind the scenes. It's calling APIs in a certain order. It's formatting data in a specific way, but you didn't choose that. The AI did. So if something goes wrong, it's harder to debug because you're not sure what steps it took. You have to trust the AI made the right calls. Second, let's talk about predictability. N8N workflows are fixed. They do the same thing every time. If you built it to send an email when a form is submitted, it will always send an email when a form is submitted. That's it. No surprises. It's reliable. It's consistent. ChatGPT Agent is adaptive. It thinks differently based on the situation. If it encounters an error, it might try a different approach. If it gets unexpected data, it might adjust its plan. That's powerful, but it also means you can't always predict exactly what it's going to do. Sometimes it might take a shortcut you didn't expect. Sometimes it might loop endlessly trying to solve a problem. It's smarter, but it's also less predictable. Third, let's talk about cost. N8N has a free self-hosted version. You can run it on your own server and pay nothing except server costs. Even their cloud plans are pretty affordable. You pay per execution or per workflow. It's straightforward. ChatGPT Agent is different. Every time it thinks it's using tokens. Every time it calls an API, it's making a request. Every time it reasons through a problem, it's burning through your OpenAI credits. If your automation runs 100 times a day, that could add up fast, especially if the tasks are complex and require multiple reasoning steps. So you need to factor that into your decision. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I don't think this is an either-or situation. I think the future is using both. Let me explain. Imagine you have an N8N workflow that handles your customer onboarding. It's predictable, it's reliable, it works. But at one step in that workflow, you need to analyze customer feedback and decide what action to take. That's where you plug in ChatGPT Agent. You let the AI read the feedback, understand the sentiment, decide if it needs urgent attention or if it can wait. Then it passes that decision back to N8N, and N8N continues the workflow based on what the AI decided. That's the hybrid approach. N8N gives you structure and control. ChatGPT Agent gives you intelligence and reasoning. Together, they're unstoppable. All right, real quick before I keep going, if you want to learn how to make money with AI, go to logicbuilder.ai. Seriously, just go there right now. The link is in the description. Check it out while you're thinking about it. Okay, back to the topic. Let's talk about what ChatGPT Agent is actually good at, because it's not good at everything. It's amazing at tasks that require reasoning. Like, let's say you get 100 customer emails every day and you need to sort them into categories: urgent, sales, support, feedback, general questions. With N8N, you'd have to write rules for every possible scenario. If the email contains these keywords, put it in this category. If it has this tone, put it there. It's tedious and it's never perfect. ChatGPT Agent just reads the emails and understands them. It knows what's urgent, even if the word urgent isn't in the email. It can detect frustration. It can spot sales opportunities. It thinks like a human. So it categorizes everything perfectly without you writing a single rule. It's also great at tasks that require multiple steps across different tools. Like, let's say you want to research a topic, pull data from 3 different sources, summarize it, turn it into a report, send it to your team in Slack, and save a copy in Google Drive. That's a lot of steps. In N8N, you'd need to build a massive workflow with a dozen nodes. With ChatGPT Agent, you just say, do this research and send me a report. It figures out the rest. But here's where ChatGPT Agent struggles. It's not great at high-volume repetitive tasks. If you need to process 10,000 rows of data the same way every single time, N8N is better. It's faster, it's cheaper, it's more reliable. ChatGPT Agent would burn through your credits and might get inconsistent results. It's also not great when you need perfect accuracy. Like, if you're processing financial data or medical records, you can't afford mistakes. N8N will do exactly what you programmed it to do. ChatGPT Agent might make an assumption or misinterpret something. It's rare, but it can happen. So for critical tasks where accuracy is everything, N8N is still the safer choice. And honestly, ChatGPT Agent is still new. It's going to have bugs. It's going to do weird things sometimes. I've tested it a lot, and there are moments where it just loops forever trying to solve a problem, or it misunderstands what you asked and does something totally different. That's the reality of cutting-edge AI. It's powerful, but it's not perfect yet. So let me give you my honest take on where we're headed. I don't think N8N is going anywhere. I think tools like N8N are going to evolve to include AI reasoning as part of their workflows. In fact, I bet N8N is already working on this. Imagine having an AI reasoning node in your workflow where you can just tell it what to figure out and it does. That would be incredible. And I think ChatGPT Agent is going to get better at integrating with workflow tools. Right now, it's kind of isolated, but in the future, I bet you'll be able to trigger N8N workflows from ChatGPT or vice versa. They'll work together seamlessly. The real question is not which tool wins. The question is, how are you going to use these tools to get ahead? Because right now, 99% of people are still doing everything manually. They're copying and pasting between apps. They're spending hours on repetitive tasks. They're drowning in busy work. If you learn how to use N8N, you're already ahead of most people. If you learn how to use ChatGPT Agent, you're even further ahead. But if you learn how to use both together, you're in a completely different league. All right, let's wrap this up. Is ChatGPT Agent going to destroy N8N? No, not even close. But it is going to change what automation means. N8N is amazing for building reliable, structured workflows. ChatGPT Agent is amazing for adding intelligence and reasoning to your processes. Together, they're the future. The companies and creators who figure out how to combine these tools are going to dominate because they're going to move faster. They're going to be smarter. They're going to do more with less. That's the opportunity right now. So here's what I want you to do. First, go to logicbuilder.ai to learn how to make money with AI. Link is in the description. Second, smash that subscribe button because I'm dropping videos like this every week. I'm testing every new AI tool. I'm showing you what works and what doesn't. I'm giving you real strategies, not just hype. So subscribe, turn on notifications. Let's grow together.